Let me tell you about that 13-day experience. Something I'll never forget that shocked me to that day. I still remember from September. They let me out the day Ali lost to Larry Holmes.
Oh, God.
September 28, 1979. They let me out at 2, and I went and did acid at a party. Fresh with the bracelet on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even take the bracelet off. There was a party for me, the whole thing. We were fucked up. But one thing I remember about that experience was the third night I was there, how scared I was. And the guy next to me was an old man. And I go, hey, what's your name? And he's like, O'Connor. He's like, Sal. And I go, Sal, what's going on with you? He goes, well, I had a stroke. And the side of my body that had the stroke is the side that develops the shit. So I'm having a hard time shitting. I go, really? And I'm blowing farts the whole night. It's a 2-man bed. He's in there dying. He's just farting.
A 2-man bed?
It's a 2-man room.
Oh, okay.
And they had a curtain in between.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if his name is Sal. I'm just making this up.
Right.
Whatever his name was.
Was.
He was a very nice man. And he had a family, and they come in at night. He go, ooh, my stomach hurt. You know, the whole fucking thing. And they tried things on him. I remember one night, they were like, that's it. You're either shitting tonight or you're doing surgery in the morning. The doc, I'm listening to the doc, you know, you can hear if they're talking to the guy next door. And I'm like, I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do to this motherfucker. They came with like a Ghostbuster gun. It was like a caulking gun. And they had a tube in it and they put it in his asshole. I'll never forget this, having my little black and white TV and just sitting there watching TV and hearing like, ugh. And all of a sudden they started squirting water in his ass like an animal with a hose.
Jesus.
And they didn't have PPE on. The shit started coming out. And the shit was coming out of his ass. And they're like, run, run. The nurse came and got me. They were like holding me like they thought I was like Biggie getting shot. They were smothering me. There was shit coming out of his ass. Like, remember the Beverly Hillbillies? How the oil would come out of the floor? I will never forget that. That they did everything they could because I knew they think they were, like I was going to call like whoever then, DACA, whoever. Who do you call when they're not cleaning up?
I don't know.
There's somebody you call like, they make code. Who are the people who make code? Like, whoever make code?
I don't know.
They had to like fucking rub my shoulders.
EPA.
EPA? Environmental Protection Agency?
Yeah, whatever.
EPA.
They knew that they didn't come in with the right protection.
Okay.
They just came in like, let's see if this works. But when they stuck it in his ass blew up. They didn't know it was going to work. They were like, maybe it's not going to work. So, you know, they came in very nice.
Normal.
Yeah. And when they shot the coking gun with the water up his ass, shit started coming everywhere. It was like a volcano. I'm not kidding you.
And you could see it. The curtain was up. They opened the curtain.
Oh my God! I could smell it. It was like a sewer. And he's like, ah! And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they were shooting him with water up his ass, like with a hose.
Oh,
and they're like, call the nurses.
Oh.
Get towels. Get towels. And they threw towels down. And that night I had my own room. I'm in there fucking by myself. They're like, Mr. Diaz, we're sorry about that. I'm like, don't worry about it. I won't say that.
They gave you your own room.
They gave me a single room.
Well, it's only right.
Were you smoking? Did you do a smoking act?
No,
out
he's
in
like
the
a
hospital?
doctor.